My dear friends, existing Club Mahindra Holiday members and all those who are aspiring to be Club Mahindra members. My name is Prashant Sule and I am a Club Mahindra member, a retired person, today 66 years old. I joined Club Mahindra Holidays in December 2014 by paying a large joining fee and a commitment of 24 monthly installments of 14,488, thus totaling to 3,47,712 plus some 40 or 50,000 rupees as joining fee. There was also a commitment at that time to pay an ASF, which is an annual subscription fee, which started with 12,569, and we were told that this may go up by a nominal 4 or 500 rupees per year. The growth, as they said, was in relation to price index. I wonder if the price index has gone up that much. 12,500 fee would go up to 18,500. However, to tell you the rest of the story, my first holiday, I went to Corbe Safari Holiday Park, Safari Holidays. When we went there, we realized that breakfast was not included in the stay. So we had to go and have breakfast in their restaurant, and this breakfast was exorbitantly charged. We thought we will go out and have breakfast, but nowhere nearby was there a restaurant or a place where we could go and have a breakfast. Then I remembered that we were told that there would be a microwave and some crockery cutlery in the room. So I went and checked out. Yes, it was there. But then, what do I cook there? There was nothing available nearby. And we had not got there with a car, so we couldn't go out and buy something to come back and cook in the micro, or buy food from outside and reheat it in the micro and eat. So well, we were trapped and we had to have the food from the restaurant of the resort, which was very, very expensive. The staff was also not interested in helping us in any way. All they were interested at that time was to upgrade me to the next level by taking a lot more money from me. Well, that's how it was at Corbe. My second holiday then was at Munnar, and when I reached there, the same issue. The location was very far away from the city. And one more thing that we realized was here, there was no micro, there was no crockery cutlery, nothing. When we asked them that there was a commitment of giving me a microwave, what happened to that? They said, no, we have changed our policy. Now we don't give micro. How can you change a policy without informing a client of the changes that are going to happen? Anyway, here we were lucky that we had taken a car. We had hired a car to reach there. And thus I could take the car and go down the hilly road to go and buy food from outside. But we had to make sure that we eat outside, eat there, because bringing it back to the room was of no use. Since the micro was not there, the reheating was not possible, and it was very cold in Munnar. Of course, Munnar is supposed to be cold. Thus, by the time you get the food back, it would be ice cold. This was just close to a new year, and we were waiting for some celebrations to happen, some festivities to happen, but nothing of that sort was happening over there. Anyway, we used to go out and eat, in a restaurant close by. Later, from there, we proceeded to Yarkud, and we stayed in a resort over there. This was actually the new year itself. Directly from Munnar we went there. The resort was an old, what they called an old palace or something like that. Pathetic, very bad condition. The rest of the story was the same. No micro, no crockery, cutlery, no food available, or whatever food available within the restaurant, exorbitantly priced. We could go out and eat. There were, small eateries and food carts outside. Mahindra Holiday members, staying in that resort, going outside, standing at the cart and eating. This was what we experienced. Both the places, of course, one more thing, important thing. No place provided for driver stay. So our driver had to sleep in the car. The first night itself, he got fever. So I had to go out and buy some warm clothing for him and give it to him to keep warm. But he was sleeping in a car. They did not have any accommodation provided for drivers. Our next vacation then was to Varka at Goa. Month of November 2000, I remember very well because that was my daughter's birthday, and my 85-year-old mother was accompanying me there. We went there, same story, no crockery, cutlery, no micro, nothing. At that time, Varka resort was classified under the tourism classification system as a 5-star property. There was nothing 5-star over there. Okay, I won't say that the resort is bad. Resort was okay. Rooms were not very bad. But no 5-star. I don't know why it was classified as 5-star. But one thing was there. Because of 5-star, the already very expensive food in the restaurant also attracted some 23% taxes as per the 5-star hotel rules. So the food was not exorbitantly expensive, it was multi-exorbitantly expensive because of the tax which was added. There was some notice somewhere that senior citizens will get discount. We were all senior citizens. Myself and my wife were 62, 63 at that time, and my mother 85, super senior citizen. But even after the discount, the food was extremely expensive. Fortunately, we are in Goa. Step outside the resort, and then there are restaurants around. But one observation was that the food that we had outside in the restaurant was excellent, lovely food. And the cost, we could buy breakfast, lunch and dinner for a cost of one breakfast of Mahindra Holidays with the taxes that they were charging. So naturally we had food outside. One of the things with Dwarka was that we could not bring in our own cab. Fortunately, I had gone with my own self-driven car. So I was okay. But taxis had to be taken locally, not from the other cities of Goa, and the charges were exorbitant for the taxis. Fortunately, we did not have a driver, so we didn't have to worry about a driver stay, but then there was no such thing as a driver stay there. But another observation in Varka, the hotel, the resort, whatever you call it, was chock-a-block. I said, wow, so many Mahindra Holiday members. But just talking to a few people around, I realized that not even 10% of them were Club Mahindra Holiday members. They were belonging to a wedding party, a marriage party which was going on in that property at that time. That means that almost 80% of the resort was let out to this marriage party. And then the marriage party members, children, they were making a racket, running around, we senior citizens were finding it difficult to walk in that property because all the kids are running around in between us. So that was a pathetic stay. And with all the things that I experienced over there, I decided I've had enough. And since 2020, I decided I am not going to pay any more ASF and I'm going to get out of this. But mind you, from 14 to 2020, I have paid my ASF regularly and in time. However, now that I am not paying the ASF, I am not entitled for any more holidays in Club Mahindra. Why? What happened to all the money that I paid till now? I have had only 3 holidays. One was the Corbe, second was Munnar and Yarkut, which was immediately one after the other, and the third was here at Varka. That's it. And the money is paid. And already they had lapsed a lot of my holidays because policy 21 days you can consume, but if you don't consume the 21 days in 3 years, then they lapse. Why? I have paid money. Why should my holidays lapse? So, but that is the policy of Club Mahindra. At Varka, we were not even allowed to get food from Swiggy. So while there were restaurants around, I could not get food in the rooms for my mother who was 85 years old. So every time I decided that I'm not going to eat in Mahindra canteens or whatever restaurants and go out, I had to take my mother all the way out. Fortunately, I had a car and I could drive out, but then that's not the way. Let other people come and deliver where I can get affordable food. But no, Mahindra policy does not allow that. So, with whatever I have said, you decide whether you really want to join Club Mahindra for those who are aspiring and for those who are already members. What is your plan? Do you want to continue? Because the moment I decided not to continue, I came across a group of people who called themselves Legal Action Against Club Mahindra, headed by Brigadier Vivek Chhatri, and I decided to join him. And I am telling you, he is doing a fantastic job in going straight at the Club Mahindra management and trying to get our hard-earned money that we have invested, to get that money out. We are senior citizens. I invested when I was working, and I invested because I should be able to get this holidays once I retire. And today I am retired and I cannot get the holidays from Club Mahindra because they are not giving me, because I am not paying future and current ASFs. What about the money paid? Let me enjoy my holidays. No. They are so stubborn. They say, no, you can't unless you pay ASF currently. So, all my money that I have paid, gone in drain. This is Club Mahindra. Take a proper decision before you decide what you want to do.